Good afternoon. I'm Aubrey Sarvis, Executive Director of SLDN. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
When I was 18 years old, I was a rifleman on the DMC in South Korea, Hamgyujeon, a mile from North Korea. I learned something very important that cold winter. I learned that you stay with the mission. I learned that you get up every day and you keep going out there in the cold until the job is done. You do it for your buddies. You also do it for your country. Sometimes the task takes years, but you do it. You do it because you come to understand what is at stake and the responsibility you have. We had a setback yesterday, but we have reported back for duty. We are at our post today for the 66,000 LGBT service members who defend us every day. We are accountable to them. We have a responsibility to be here today for them. You are here also in this bitter cold for the 1 million gay LGBT service members who have served our country in silence. These heroes are why we all came out today to stand on the grounds of the Senate and say to our senators, don't go home. 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 We have an obligation to speak for them because a law Congress passed has silenced them and attempted to strip them of their dignity and belittle their service. This outrage must not stand. John McCain and Mitch McConnell must not have the last word. In this lame duck, we speak every day for all LGBT service members as they fight for our freedom. In this Congress, we raise our voices as one and say, Senators, kill this law. Kill this law before you go home. All service members must be allowed to serve with integrity and without fear. Integrity must be for all service members. Let there be no doubt, Senators, we are not going away. We will be here until Don't Ask, Don't Tell does go away. Thank you.
Don't go home. Don't go home. Don't go home. Don't go home. Don't go home.
Good morning. I'm Major General Dennis Leach, U.S. Army retired. I'm an old, bald, straight guy who spent more than 35 years in the United States Army. I still care deeply about our military and think deeply about it, and today I want to share with you two of those thoughts. The first one is that our military is based on trust and truth. Don't ask, don't tell is a lie of omission, expressed as a policy delusion that acknowledges that gays and lesbians serve in our military but pretends they're not there. It destroys the values within that institution and on which it is based. Second, don't ask, don't tell weakens our national security, our readiness, and our combat capability.
That's right.
Since 1993, more than 14,000 fully trained, experienced patriots have been discharged from our military under this law. If the Senate fails to act on this repeal legislation, two further threats arise. The first threat is that repeal will result from court decisions which will be much more likely to be difficult to implement for the military. The second threat is that with the hope now raised for repeal, if they are dashed, there could be a Spartacus moment where 66,000 gays and lesbians now serving quietly and with distinction stand up and rather than saying, "I am Spartacus," say, "I am gay, I am lesbian, I am proud, and I will no longer participate in this lie." How much does it cost to process and discharge 66,000 service members? How much does it cost to recruit and train their replacements? How long will it take to recruit and train those replacements? And how vulnerable will America be during this self-imposed national security crisis? Possible? Maybe. Serious? Yes. A reasonable person has to ask, why would someone want to join and remain part of an organization that asks them to risk their lives every day, but discriminates against them based on their sexual orientation and then lie about it? In my judgment and in military terms, Senator McCain and others who thwart the efforts to bring about the repeal of this don't ask, don't tell legislation and bring it to a vote in this Senate are absent without leave. They're AWOL from the legislative battlefield. They've deserted 14,000 patriots who served and put themselves in harm's way. They've deserted 66,000 soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who serve today and put themselves in harm's way. They've deserted 92% of our service members who say that they have no problem at all dealing and serving with openly gay and lesbian service members. And they desert 92% or 80% of the American people who say that don't ask, don't tell should be repealed. This is a failed policy of discrimination, bigotry, and intolerance. Finally, this Senate is derelict in its duty to legislate and lead by voting on bills, not hiding behind politics, parliamentary procedures, and arcane Senate rules. Absence without leave, desertion, and dereliction of duty are not hallmarks of responsibility, patriotism, and moral courage. The time for repeal is now. If this Senate fails to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell, Senator McCain and others will have ensured more lies in our military, a less ready military, and less national security at greater cost. America deserves better. America deserves a vote, up or down, on this failed discriminatory policy. Thank you.